I've been using acrylic paints, which are water-based, not oil-based paints like Humbrol paints. The acrylic paints, they dry really, really fast. And a wet palette is a great way to counteract that. Now, a wet palette is, exactly what it sounds like. It's a palette, but it contains moisture so that you can put your paints in there, the ones that you're using, but they also stay moist. They don't dry. So what you do is you get a paper. It needs to be a paper that absorbs moist, kitchen type paper that whatever. I've been using the wipes, dry wipes that I use to clean my kids, and cut them into pieces that fit into a plastic container. After that, you cut out baking tray paper. I think it can be called parchment paper as well. It's not supposed to be waxed paper, because waxed paper would actually stop the moisture. You need the stuff that you put on a baking tray before you put onions and potatoes on it, before you put it into the oven. You know the stuff. Then you just put that sheet of baking paper on top of the absorbing paper and pour water on it. And the water will be absorbed by the paper underneath and keep all that water in there and all the moisture. And you can even sort of overdo it a bit. I usually overdo it and then pour some out. And I leave some drips of water on the baking paper just to keep everything nice and moist. You'll sort of notice once you start painting if you've used too much or too little. If it's too much, your colors will get a bit watered out. And if you use too little, they'll just dry anyway. And then you're done. You've got your water palette. And the best thing with a water palette is, you drop your paints in there and you can see them all. You can use it like a palette. You can mix colors and things like that. And they stay moist. You can just keep on painting. And another good thing is, like, if you put a lid on it and put it away, you can most probably use the paints the next day or even longer.